Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Closet Cosplay Challenge series. Today we will be completing our Murray family collection here, and the last character left to do is the one and the only Little David Murray. Now this one's gonna be quite interesting. I mean, I say that every time at the beginning of these episodes, but each one is quite interesting for different reasons, so bear with me. This one was once again a little difficult to find a consistent reference for because there are so many different sources, from memes to fan arts to canceled graphic novels that look crazy, and also the portraits of the family from within the actual game. So, long story short, for this character, I'm taking a little bit more of an original interpretation approach, as I've done before with other Closet cosplays, especially with human characters in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, because, let's face it, rarely do we ever know what they actually look like. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Yeah, do you agree? Yeah, see, my daughter agrees. The only plan for the makeup is eyebrows, as usual. I think David has brown hair, so brown eyebrows most likely. Probably blush, maybe freckles. I'm really tempted to give David a tooth gap like his mom, because I think that would be precious, but I don't know if I will. When I get to the end of the makeup, because that's usually what I would do last anyway, I'll decide then. Enjoy the montage, and I'll interject if I have anything to say along the way. Okay, foundation and eyebrows are done, so now I am going to decide what to do next, which I think the smartest move would probably be like blush next. I was debating on whether or not to try and add some contouring for the purpose of like making things more rounded, like my nose and stuff, but I think that doing that kind of contouring is just gonna add age to the face. I don't think it's gonna do what I'd want it to do, so I think I'm just gonna omit the contouring like I usually do when I'm cosplaying child characters. So yeah, long story short, next step is blush, then probably freckles, and then after that, I'll decide if I want to do like a little tooth gap or something so that he, you know, looks like his mom, because I think that would be an adorable little detail. I don't think he actually has a tooth gap from what I can tell in the reference images, but I think it would be kind of cute, so I might do it. I might, but we'll see. We'll decide when we get there. But anyways, back to it. Okay, so here we are at what could be the end of the makeup look, but I think I'm gonna try to do the tooth gap again. And I learned with doing Fiona's Closet Cosplay that my pencil, crayon, I think this is technically a crayon. Yeah, crayon eyeliner works better on teeth because it's waxy and it doesn't come off as quickly. So I'm gonna try and get this to work. And then I have one last little detail that I want to add that I'll explain to you once I'm done trying this. So wish me luck again. Okay, I did it, and I think it works. It not only adds a more childlike look to the makeup, but I think it's also adorable because he looks like his mom, and that's precious and sad. So, now the final detail I want to add, which I can't tell if it's canon, because again, the reference images in the game are a little bit grainy, and I zoomed in and it kind of seems like it's true, but I'm still not 110% sure if it's true. But I think another adorable little detail that David's design has is that one of his eyes is green, just like his tiger plushie. So, stay with me, jingle jangle jingle jangle. I have these green contacts that I never really used because when I put them in both eyes, it kind of just looks like I have jaundice. It just kind of makes my eyes look a little yellow. But I thought I would give these contacts another try because I'll only be using one of them, so maybe having just one eye with this contact in will look less spooky than when I have them both in, or it'll look really terrifying. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try it because, again, I love the idea that David has two different colored eyes. Fun fact, that's called heterochromia. All right, I'm at a fork in the road because David's baby picture, when I zoom in, it looks like it could be his right eye that's green, but the tiger, which is definitely easy to tell the difference, has it on his left eye. So I think I'm gonna also do the left eye because I think it would be clever for them to match. So that's what I'm gonna do. Final answer. Okay, yeah, the contact looks a little less scary when I just have it in one eye, but I think this is really cool looking. So I'm gonna stop here. And without further ado, the company motto, I will see all of you when I have transformed into the one, the only. My name is David! See you then. Well, there you have it, folks. This is my David Murray Closet Cosplay. Now, the outfit you're looking at, you may not recognize at all. And that's fine, because you don't. This is an entirely original outfit that I threw together that was simply 70s inspired from the color palette, the patterns, the textiles, or textures really, of the fabric, and that's it. As you've probably noticed, this does not look like David if he were to just be pulled straight out of the game or straight out of the fan art that people have made, or even the scribbled drawings that David himself supposedly drew. However, I wanted to take a more creative approach because every time I've cosplayed a child, specifically a little boy from Five Nights at Freddy's, they all kind of fall into the same category of colored polo shirt and khaki shorts. The TLDR is I wanted to be a little more creative for the first time in a while with one of the outfits I've thrown together for a character. I feel like this is an outfit that Edwin would dress his son in, just based on how Edwin himself dresses with the sweater vests and the bow ties. This feels like an outfit he would put his son in. So yeah, I feel like in this version of David, I tried to incorporate elements of both of his parents. So in the facial features, I try to include some things from his mother, like the tooth gap. And then for the outfit, I tried to incorporate some of Edwin with just the dressing style with, you know, the button-down shirt under a little sweater vest, and then like little pants that I've kind of turned into shorts here. Anyways, without further ado, I will go into more detail about everything I am wearing and where I got it from. If I can remember, bear with me, yada yada, you know the drill. Starting from the bottom, these shoes are from What is it called? Is it Foot Locker? Got them from the mall. That's all that really matters. Next are these socks. I'm not quite sure where these came from because I think they were a Christmas gift. I want to say either Hot Topic or I have no idea, but I've had them forever, and I think this is the first time I've used them for a closet cosplay. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time. Next are these pants, these slacks, or whatever you'd like to call them. They're kind of like a ribbed texture. They're really nice. I love these pants. The only thing I don't like about them is that they don't have back pockets, but oh well. But these are thrifted, they are from Goodwill, and I wear them a lot, just in my everyday wear. But yeah, I really like these pants, and I kind of just pulled them up and then folded them back over to make them look more like shorts. Next, let's talk about these suspenders. I believe these are from Amazon. I got them a long time ago. I kind of had this phase where I was collecting different colored suspenders, just I don't know why, just to have, and lo and behold, I finally get to use these khaki or beige colored ones for this. I don't recall whether or not I've used them for literally anything else other than this today, but I've had them for years, so here they are. Next is this little tiny like sleeveless sweater vest thing, crop top, whatever you'd like to call it. I believe this is also from a thrift store. No, this is from Ross. The collared button-down shirt underneath is from a thrift store, Goodwill, and I've used it several times now. I've used it for the entire Murray family, actually, funny enough, because I used it for Fiona, then I used it for Edwin, and now I'm using it for David. So everyone in the family wears the same exact collared button-down shirt. That's just how we roll here in the Murray family. Last but not least is this wig. Again, same exact short brown wig that I have used for probably 50 things by now, maybe even more. She's a seasoned veteran. She's been here for the whole channel since the dawn of time when I was doing convention panel auditions. This was originally a crying child wig, and now it's just evolved over the years and been used for many, many, many different characters, including now David Murray. It's just my default little boy from FNAF wig, because again, they all have brown hair. That's alright, consistency in character designs isn't always a bad thing. It's just, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's has a brand, okay? They gotta stick to the brand. But yeah, I think that is everything I am wearing for this closet cosplay. I didn't have a lot of faith in this one, I'm not gonna lie. It probably took me 2 whole hours of just scavenging through my closets to try and piece together an outfit. And the reason it took me so long was because I was really dead set on trying to do something accurate. So something that was actually pictured in the game or in David's little scribbled drawings, which look like blue overalls and a green shirt or something. But then I remembered what closet cosplay is about, and closet cosplay is simply about working with what you have. And this, honestly, I think, is a far more exciting and adorable outfit for little David than a polo and shorts. So I actually really, really love this outfit. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping now, but that does it for this episode of the Closet Cosplay Challenge series. I hope you guys have been enjoying these so far, and if you have, please feel free to like this video or share it with the world. It really helps me out. Or take the time to comment what your favorite closet cosplay I've done has been so far. Or, to follow up with that, if you have any suggestions you'd like me to add to my list, please put them down below as well and I'll take a look. And if you're new around here, hi, I'm Nightcove the Fox. I am a Five Nights at Freddy's central content creator. I do lots of cosplay videos like these, I do occasional gaming, and I also make a lot of the nerdcore songs that you've probably heard but don't realize I'm the artist behind. So, if any of that is up your alley, feel free to subscribe and stick around, you'll have fun here. And as always, for the rest of you lovelies, stay bright, 'cause you're a star, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!